Brevard County in 2003. I was on active duty Air Force member, and a behavioral scientist for the Air Force, and I was stationed at Patrick Air Force Base. That's what brought me to this area. And that was in 2003. I was here for about 4 years and then got a new assignment. I moved out to Las Vegas for an assignment out there. And when I was out there for a couple of years, and I guess 2-3 years, and decided it was time to break from the military. And what I did in the military was more industrial and organizational psychology. Anybody know what that is? Yes, yeah, HR people. Of course, you know, HR and IO. We have a PhD back here, Dr. Castellan, as I should have introduced her. Her degree is actually in IO, in industrial and organizational psychology. And for behavioral scientists, we deal with a lot of industrial and organizational psychology type work and lots of instructing. I was an instructor, an assistant professor at the Air Force Academy, and the course that I was actually course director of was organizational behavior. So the bottom line is my background in behavioral science, people be like, oh, she's analyzing me. I did that a long time ago, don't worry. But no, that's not what I do. I'm not a counselor, as I used to tease my folks, you know, maybe a little bit meaner in the military, like really like, look, do you see a sofa in here? No, I'm not no damn counselor, get out of here. Anyways, right? And so no, I don't do counseling, but really what I deal with is more the human relations side of the house. So organizational behavior is just kind of what it sounds like. How do we all get along? How do we all work together? How do we leverage all the differences amongst ourselves, right? So I was very blessed to get to do a lot of training, a lot of analysis, data crunching, and so, you know, taking human behavior related data and making sense of that, analyzing that and turning that into some type of outcome in the military. And so those are the kinds of things that I did while I was in the military. Like I said, about 2009, I decided, okay, this is not working out. Me and my family, I have 2 boys, and 3, count my husband. And so we lived geographically separated for about 2.5 years, and eventually I just said, nope, we're not doing that anymore. We had 2 teenage boys, or becoming teenage boys at the time, and said, you know, we've got to make some changes. It was a very tough decision. I loved what I was doing in the military. It's been very good to me, but I knew it was time for a change. And so in 2009, I got off active duty and swore in the very next day as a reservist. And I've had some time here at Patrick. I worked for the 920th Rescue Wing for the wing commander here, and I'm back actually at Special Operations Command over at MacDill Air Force Base in Tampa, and I'm still a behavioral scientist, so I get the best of both worlds. I get to wear my uniform and go do that kind of work, which I'll be there in February. I'm just saying, I'll be there in February for a couple weeks to do reserve duty. But I also get to do this. And so kind of what's happened in my life is I took everything that I learned in the military, those things that you heard me talking about, the organizational behavior, that HR component, right? Because I got a master's degree in HR, I got a master's degree in management, my undergrad was in psychology, I'm a behavior scientist, I did lots of training, I did lots of test development, analysis, type of work in my background, and a lot of it related back to that human behavior and human relations type work. So I took all of that, started consulting, doing the consulting work, and started the business. That was in 2009, and here we are. Now we have a team of 11 of us who are supporting a lot of times out on the road, and so we're trying to bring it home, trying to do a lot more local type work. So that's kind of my background, history, kind of to where we are. Our company focuses really, we're a management consulting company. The focus is really, our specialty is more organizational development and HR transformation. And so I can tell you more about that. You can see some of the handouts that we have in there. But it's really what it sounds like, organizational development, developing the organization and the people within it. And so that could be through assessments of the organization, assessments of individuals in the organization, lots and lots. My specialty, really, my niche is more in the leadership assessment and development area. So I work with a lot of executives. So lots and lots of what most people know is training and development. We do that for leaders, we do that for employees, and a lot of times with the leaders that leads to executive coaching also. So that's that OD component, the HR transformation. We actually have an HR for Hire program, which is really geared toward our smaller businesses that don't have a lot of HR on staff. Sometimes they have 400 people and they got one HR person. trying to handle everything. And so we don't do payroll, we don't do employee benefits, recruiting, things like that. We can advise on some of that. We have those partners with other companies that do that, but we're much more of a strategic advisor. So how do we get in? And I know it's an ugly word. The HR people, basically what we do is we go in and do an HR audit. We call them assessments. It's a little kinder, gentler. And so basically go in, what's working, what's not working. We do the same as an organizational assessment, but specifically for the HR department. And then advise and assist where we can on filling gaps, addressing those areas that maybe are opportunities to improve, but also highlighting the areas where the companies are doing really, really well.